Welcome, friends and family, back to the Extraordinary You podcast. As always, I'm your host, Peter Treash. Today, I have a very special guest, Mr. Chris Hernandez, who's born in East LA, is raised in the San Fernando Valley. And he's going to discuss a little bit about his life and about UFOs and paranormal activity, things that he's been studying, researching, kind of investigating. And, we don't shy away from any topic whatsoever. And we like to hear about everything, and especially people with what they're doing in their life. So just want to introduce you. Welcome, Chris.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for having me, bro.
Absolutely,
I'm so happy to be here, man. So stoked to be here. Like I said, in the beginning of when I got here, man, something drew me to your podcast, right? And I said, don't matter. I don't care about the followers. I don't care how many people have followers on. I really don't care.
Yeah.
You have a podcast. Let's talk.
Right.
Let's work.
Yeah.
Let's do something.
Yeah. Let's have fun. I mean,
let's have fun.
That's what this is about.
That's what a podcast is for.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna reach out. Give or take. They reach out. They don't. They don't.
Yeah. And I'll tell the quick backstory. It literally happened within a couple of days. So, I was sitting there scrolling Instagram, and then I get a DM from you, and it's like introducing yourself, and you said you would love to be a guest someday, and I was like, why not today? This week. So we set it up quick and had an opportunity to book our studio here. And shout out to my boy Gio over here, my producer. So Mr. Jeff. So and here we are.
We're dope setup, man. Guys, if you guys are interested, come get your setup here, man.
Shout out to
this
Spider
is really
Circle.
dope. This is really cool. I like this, man.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about yourself, man. Like just growing up,
So,
quick little review of your life.
Of course, man. So full name, Christopher Hernandez. Short for Chris. Not hate, but my mom gave me such a freaking long first name, and I already have a long last name. Okay. So I'm like, all right, let's just cut it down to Chris. I'm 38 years old, born in East LA, raised out here in the San Fernando Valley, migrated to Palmdale, Lancaster, so to speak, out there, and then came back, moved down here to the San Fernando Valley again. Pretty much, I started this journey with this podcast because I was going through something really personal, and a lot of people don't know. I do bring it up on some podcasts, but I was going through a stage in my life where I had stage 4 colon cancer.
Wow. So
with that came about ideas. I had a friend at the time that we started this podcast. It was called Something Else for legal purposes. I can't mention any of that stuff, but I can't. The only thing I can say is we started something together.
How many years ago was this, or how long?
This is 2 years ago.
Okay.
So 2 years ago, we started this journey, right? And I guess we had different ideas, right? I'm just gonna say that we had different ideas for the podcast.
Okay.
And it just didn't click. So I'm like, okay, we went our separate ways. I said, fuck, I'm just gonna stick to what I know, and I'm gonna just flow with it. I started off literally with like 4 followers, man, and I started doing reels, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start taking a crack at it, doing live podcasts, see how that goes.
Okay.
Went well. Started blowing up, and I'm like, oh, cool. Let's keep the ball rolling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So, and in addition to that, I started this also because I do have personal experiences with UFOs and paranormal activity. So before UFO activity was paranormal activity for me.
Okay.
So a lot of people have it reverse, right? They either have a UFO experience and then a paranormal experience. But I had a paranormal experience. Like, I've been having paranormal experiences like literally my whole life.
And what's the experience typically? What do you see, or what do you hear things, you see things?
I hear a lot of things. I can't see per se. When I was younger, I could see, but I couldn't hear. Okay. But now I could hear and can't see these entities.
Okay.
So for huge example, when I was maybe around 10 years old. Yeah, 9, 10, give or take 9, 10 years old, man. My first experience was literally out in Panorama City where I resided at. And in this apartment building where we had recently moved into, no one told us, right? But we all kind of figured that there was something weird about this apartment. It was a nice, big apartment, dude. It had all 3 rooms, man. It was massive, dude. So I was like, it was.
And how many of you in the family? How's your big family?
Mom, dad, brother, sister, and myself.
Okay,
so
that's good size. Yeah.
So it's a good size family, So I was lucky enough when I was younger to have my own room.
Okay.
So I had no idea, but I had my parents have always had this gift where they can see things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they can either hear or see. And
so they also have the
they have that big time.
Okay.
But I was small, so I guess my parents didn't want to like scare me.
Sure.
Sort of say,
Yeah, yeah.
And I got the room that was like with the most paranormal activity in it. Yeah. So I found out through people there in the building that there used to be a pool in that building. And this was by Sepulveda Middle School, a little bit more down from Sepulveda Middle School, man. And oh man, there used to be a pool at this building, right? But and I wondered why they covered it with cement.
Oh, so okay.
Like it's all cemented, and they kind of like it looked like a stage now.
Okay.
Kind of like when you go to like,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
like they had to cover it up, or they decided to for.
They decided to cover it up for whatever reason it was, man. And I'm like, what the heck, Just my mom made friends with the ladies in the building, as a lot of Hispanic moms do. They tend to, I grew up in the era where you go knock on a neighbor's door, you ask for a cup of sugar, type of stuff like that, So I'm like, my mom used to send me like, can you ask the neighbor for an onion if they have it? And I'm like, what the hell, So having the ladies there around, they welcomed my mom into the building. A lot of the ladies there brought food and shit like that. So they literally were talking downstairs. I was waiting with my mom. I remember this so clearly, man. I was waiting with my mom to come upstairs. She had picked me up from school, and these ladies got into a full-blown conversation, man. So oh, you know why right away, one lady just off the bat, dude, just, why they covered this? My mom was like, no, why? And she had like this shocked look on her face, like, shut up. Like, yeah, be quiet. I swear they already knew.
Mm.
So I'm like, okay. The lady is like, yeah, you know why, right? She's like, no, why? It's like, well, in the apartment that you live in, there was a little girl.
Mm.
That little girl drowned in the pool that used to be here.
Oh.
So they literally closed off the pool because the little girl died. So they cemented it. They did a bunch of work to it to where it looked like a stage now. And I'm like, the next thing was, in my head was, well, whose room? I'm like, there's 3 freaking rooms. I'm like, what the hell's going on? One of the ladies was like, well, the girl used to sleep in a bedroom by herself. And it's the bedroom connected to the master bedroom. So, which is my room.
Yours, okay.
I was like, oh, God, man. I was like, oh, really?
Yeah.
I was like, I get the haunted room out of it. So I was, I was skeptical at first. I was a young kid, man. At that age, man, you don't believe in anything but cartoons on a Saturday morning, bro.
Yeah,
you
and
get
the toys that you play with,
and
right?
the toys that you play with, bro. So I'm like, a month later after that we recently had moved in, man. I was a very problematic kid, man. I didn't want to go out with my parents anywhere. Like, they were going to San Diego, to go see some family members out there. I was like, I don't want to go. I want to stay behind. My mom and dad were like, you gotta go. You're freaking underage. You can't stay here by yourself and this and that. My parents were like really big on you can't stay by yourself.
For sure.
Dude, the earthquakes, this, that. I'm like, I don't care about that shit, dude. I'm like, I just wanna stay behind. I already know that we're not coming back home, and I wanna be home.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad, man, he's like the MacGyver of the family, man. This guy can make something out of something, dude. Like, and literally like reroute your whole wiring system in your house, bro. Like, this guy, like, he was like, all right, cool. You don't want to go, huh? I said, no, I really don't want to go. He's like, okay, well, you're about to feel what it's like to have nothing at home. And I'm like, what the hell do you mean? He's like, oh, you'll see what I mean very shortly. He starts snipping all the cords to the TVs, the radio.
Really?
Yeah, dude, he's cutting them in half, dude. I'm like,
all for not wanting to go to San Diego? Wow.
all for not wanting to go to San Diego, dude. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, you just messed up all your electronics. How the hell are you going to put this all back together? You literally just cut off everything.
Yeah.
So no, man, like that whole, before they left, he cut off all the cords to like the TV, the stereos, everything, right? All the ends to everything. And he started like messing with him to where he put like two wires. I don't know, man. It was like a male and female wiring on the ends of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And those connectors connect back. So he took all the ends of everything that connected to the wall. So when he got back, he can connect those shits together, fuse them back together, and then be able to use it.
Interesting. Wow.
So I'm like,
so you ended up not going. And
I ended up not going.
There alone.
I spent one day.
Okay.
Literally one day, because they were back the next morning right away. But that night that I got to spend by myself, I was like, what the hell am I gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a new kid in this building. I got no friends. I got nobody to chill with, nobody to have fun with, nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there, just lights, bro, and toys, pretty much, bro. I'm a young boy, bro, at that age, man. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm in the living room, and I'm just messing around, dude. I'm playing with my toys, and I'm just like, okay, cool. Literally towards where my room was, my door opens by itself. My door was closed, completely closed, man. It opens. And I'm just like a draft, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I get up and I close my door. Mind you, all the doors are closed. Room door, mom's room door, brother, sister's room door, bathroom door, everything's closed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, all right, I get up and close my door, and I'm like, whatever. The bathroom door opens. The bathroom door is like right in front of my door.
Okay.
So it's like right across the hall. The bathroom door opens, dude. And I'm like, and it opens like really, really slow. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, and I'm standing there, right? I'm just like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, why did that door just open by itself? So as I'm standing there in shock as to why, and I'm like, now I'm scared. Now I'm like, I don't even want to walk towards this. I see a little shadow figure coming out of the restroom.
Really?
Literally, man. And
like a little girl?
A little girl.
Wow.
I always mention that this little girl looked like, if you've seen the movie The Grudge.
Yeah, years ago.
Yes. Yeah. So this girl looked like she had her hair all the way down to her face, right? And she's just looking down. I can see the little gown she's in. If you've ever seen a silhouette, like let's say you're going somewhere where it's super hot, and you see like the mirages on the floor, it looks like a mirror, right? Mm-hmm. So that's what a ghost outer line pretty much looks like a mirage type of thing. So that's what it started looking like. And then as it got closer, mind you, the head was still down, and this girl's walking. I could see the white gown she has on, and I'm just like, it's starting to become more vivid, but I can't see her face. Dude, I'm freaking out at this point. I literally didn't even go back into the living room. I went back into my room, locked the door, and I was like, dude, I'm not coming out. Mm-hmm. So that was that one, man. And when my parents got home after that, like my parents were like, you want to stay alone again?
You told them about it, and they were like,
no, I didn't tell them nothing. I didn't tell them nothing till like a week later is when I told my mom. And my mom was kind of like, you're seeing things type of stuff. But they had an experience to where they had no choice but to believe it now. Mm-hmm. Because one time we were all asleep, my brother, my sister, myself, we're all in our rooms, and my mom and dad were out in the living room. But at that time, it was like Christmas time, like almost Christmas time. So I remember vividly, man, and this is like at the age where I stopped believing in like Santa Claus type of stuff, you know?
Okay.
And I can hear the wrapping because I mean they're so close to my freaking door. I can hear the tape and the wrapping paper.
Yeah. The last minute get together.
Yeah, man. So I'm like,
tree.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, cool. Out of nowhere, they had their own experience to where my mom is getting my dad's attention and she's calling out his name. She's like, Juan. My dad's like, what? ¿Qué? And he turns around and he's like, look over. What is that? Same little girl. Looking at them. But now they're asking the little girl, who are you and what do you want?
Yeah.
No reply from the little girl. I guess the little girl ended up like disappearing.
Okay.
But it's crazy because when we first moved into that building, my room was not touched like at all, like repainted, nothing like that. It just had an eerie and heavy like feeling to it. There was those little stars that when it's daytime it like charges up, and at night it looks like stars, right? And I was like, wow, we didn't put those there,
right?
So
interesting.
And there was bottle caps all over the ceiling as well, like vintage bottle caps taped up there. Really? But nobody asked, right? Like nobody said anything, and I guess I was like, this is the decor that it comes with the room. I guess I'm like, So
how long did you stay in this place?
As a family, we stayed there for about, man, I want to say a good 7-8 years before we moved to Palmdale.
Okay, and it was several sightings like this amongst the family.
Oh, dude, it got crazier once we moved to Palmdale because man, my parents have like a real good streak of buying stuff that it's like freaking haunted, dude. I have no idea what it is with them, and I guess the price is right? I guess it's like cheap. Yeah. All right, let's go, let's do it.
Yeah.
Boom. So the next adventure with paranormal for me, when we first moved to Palmdale after that, man, at that time I was like 14, 15 already. And man, dude, when we first moved out there, I had a room. I became a father at a really young age, at the age of 16.
Okay.
Yeah, so that room quickly became my daughter's room and my current wife, my wife now, room.
Okay.
And that's what they would come over the weekend. So that room was just strictly for, and this house, mind you, again, I found out just through chatter with my dad, my mom, like, when they tell you go to your room, the adults are talking, type of stuff, and this is adult time, go to your, but the echoes of the house you could hear, right? You can still
people
hear
talking,
them. People talking, man. So I'm like, okay, they had visitors over that night, and my dad was like, yeah, man, I got this house on a good bargain. It's really cool. Mind you, this house was beautiful though. Like I can't deny it. It had a nice bird cage in the back, so you could put like big birds back there. It was cool, man. It looked like a whole forest back there. Even had a freaking water fountain in the middle of the yard back there. There. So I was like, oh damn, this is cool.
Yeah,
upgrade,
it's like a
right?
Paradise.
I was like, hell yeah. I was like, oh cool, heck yeah. And they were chattering, and they were saying, again, in the backyard there was another thing that was like cemented off. And I was like, damn, another pool?
Deal with stuff cemented.
Yeah,
for you guys.
man. I was like, shoot, dude. I was like, another fucking pool. I was like, is this another pool? Really?
Yeah. And you already had some interesting.
I was like, I already had, yeah, man. I'm like, I started putting 2 and 2 together. I was like, oh, this house has history. I'm like, there's something going on here. So my dad ended up telling one of his people that went over, the guy that went over. He's like, yeah, man, this house they supposedly pulled out. It was built on like a cemetery, supposedly, right?
Poltergeist. Here we go.
Yeah, oh my God, dude. So he was telling them, yeah, they pulled a casket before remodeling the house. They did a whole bunch of remodeling. They did a bunch of stuff, like yard work to the back. It was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, they ended up pulling a casket from the back of the house, a full blown casket.
Wow.
And that's where they had cemented that part. Yeah. Oh, wow. I was like, what the hell is going on here, dude? I'm like, what is it with cemented homes or cemented things on the ground with my parents? And I'm like, this is crazy. Yeah, I'm like, all right, cool. So, one night my parents are booking a flight to Mexico. Obviously, I had already my due diligence, so I couldn't go. I had a newborn child, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm like, okay, so that time, my wife was coming over. We stayed alone in the house. They were, after they took off the following day, they took off early morning. My wife came the following day. We had a whole house by ourselves. So I'm like, well, cool. We're going to spend Christmas together by ourselves because I couldn't go to Mexico or none of that, So, man, dude, I'll never forget this, dude. She's cooking dinner, Christmas dinner, right? We finish eating dinner. Finally, she's done cooking. We're hanging out in my parents' bedroom because that's the master bedroom. My mom was like, just sleep in there.
Yeah, spacious.
Spacious. You have your kid, you have a TV in here. Cool. In my room, I didn't have a TV because my room was hell of eerie as well. Because it was connected to a remodeled garage, live-in garage for people. Okay. So we had neighbors, and it was crazy because it was a big boarded onto it, and it's a window, like a freaking, like you could literally see through it. So it's like they put a big piece of wood there. So whatever, to not bother the neighbors there, whatever, we went to my parents' room, and we're chilling watching a movie, man. The next thing I know, I hear like this, the loudest yell anybody can yell next to you or like literally right by your ear.
No way.
Dude, I kid you not, man. This was like the first paranormal encounter that my girl had with me.
With you. Okay.
And she's like, what the hell was that?
Yeah.
And this thing like yelled right next to me. And I was standing right beside the bed, literally looking at them. And I can hear the yelling and she heard it too. It was crazy, man. Like, I thought there was somebody that hopped over the back, hopped over the fence to come in through the back of the house. So I went out there quickly with a bat, bro. I was like, oh, shoot, dude. Like,
somebody's like intruding.
Somebody's
on the property,
intruding.
Right?
I'm like, dude, we're two teenagers alone. I'm like, great, this is crazy.
Yeah.
You get me? So I'm like, cool. I go outside, check the backyard. We have dogs. Dogs are not barking. Nothing's going on. I'm outside with the bat. I'm just like, hello, anybody back here? Hello. No response. No nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Just silence. I go to the front of the house. I see nobody. I come back inside the house and I tell my wife, I'm like, there's nobody. He goes, there's nobody? She says, there is nobody in the backyard or the front yard. He's like, get the hell out of here. He's like, so what was that scream?
And the scream felt like it was in the room.
It was
though,
inside.
Right?
It was inside the room. It was inside the room. Once my parents got back, I told them about that experience. The neighbors inside the makeshift garage that we had ended up moving out. So I moved in.
Okay.
My paranormal experiences started getting even more heavier then.
When you got outside?
When I moved into that garage.
Yeah.
Wow. Into that garage. I really wish I had the video of it, but I did set up like a tripod and an old school Sony camera.
Mm-hmm.
And I set it up at night, and those cameras had night vision.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm going to set up a night vision at night. So when we finally moved in there, I told my girl, I was like, dude, this garage feels eerie as shit, dude. Like, it feels eerie.
It was just like the sense.
She's like, don't put too much mind to it. First night, dishes moving, orbs. You could literally see like orbs
on the camera. Wow.
Yeah, literally orbs on the camera, dishes moving, things walking by. I'm like, this is crazy, right? The next day, then I'm rolling back the clip. I'm like, we're sleeping in a freaking haunted ass garage, man. I'm
very active.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And she's freaking out too because she's like, this is real. And I was like, well, I don't know anything about media or how to fake this stuff. But literally, look at it. I'm showing her the video. She's like, oh my God. Wow. We're literally being haunted in this garage. Every night, dude, we'd go to sleep. Dishes would be moving. Things would be, flying across. It's crazy.
Wow.
We'd hear footsteps, especially in the shower. The shower curtains would open.
What?
Yeah, dude, it would be.
So it was just constant, nonstop.
It was constant,
something going
nonstop,
on.
man, and I had a feeling. I was like, man, well, we never knew what really went down, but we had a lot of birds, man. Like my mom and dad and myself, like we were really big into cockatoos, and at one point we had parrots too. Like I said, we had like a big old cage for them, right?
Yeah.
And during the wintertime, we'd put them in a they had a storage back there, but the storage was like insulated, nice and warm for the birds, right? So every animal that we had kept dying, except for the dogs.
Wow.
Literally birds, well, you name it, we had it. I had an iguana at one point. The sucker died. I don't
Unexplained,
know.
just
unexplained, dude.
wake up
like,
and it's
it's gone,
wow.
dude. I'm just like,
interesting.
yeah. So that's when I started like, damn, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
You know, so
let me ask, okay,
yeah.
so you're experiencing all this in your teens, right? You're a family man now at this point. And so then how obviously taking this and then transitioning to now, or, over the years, obviously that kind of drove a little bit of your, I don't know if you call this a hobby or passion, your podcast, but what is it for you? What is this doing what you do with this OG podcast? Explain it a little bit too, and introduce it, please.
Yeah, of course, man. It became as just a hobby.
Okay.
I wanted to spare some time. You gave me, like I said, coming off of stage 4 colon cancer, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna start a hobby.
Yeah.
I start.
And tell us the name.
Paranormal.
Tell the viewers the name of it.
Of course, for anybody wanting to search me up, it's Alien OG Podcast, Alien _OG _podcast. Look me up, see the podcast, man, and enjoy all the reels that are there. It's for your guys' enjoyment. And pretty much I started this, like I said, as a hobby, and it quickly became my passion. Obviously, with having podcasts, you sacrifice a lot, man, and especially like family time and stuff like that, because you got to constantly stay on it, right? So what became a hobby now became kind of like a job for me, and a passion. Okay. So I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
So
and it transitioned from paranormal stuff happening in your early life to now, UFO, UAP, whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's known as UAPs now. So yeah. And now there's an interesting documentary that just came out.
The Age of Disclosure.
The Age of Disclosure.
Yeah.
Man. Did you see that?
I have. I've been watching I haven't finished it, but I can give you guys my insight of it, and it's pretty much what I've already known. They're blatantly now telling you that everything is real, pretty much, right? Yeah. But to a certain extent, again, these people in higher ups, I like to call them higher ups, will never admit to what they really have out of, security for the country, stuff like that, yada, yada, yada. They've always kind of just given you a sugar coat.
Yeah.
They've never really given you what it really is. I can sit here and tell you, yes, it's real, right? Where's the proof? If I'm the government, I'm supposed to have that proof, right?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to show you proof of these UFOs, alien bodies or whatever, extraterrestrials, you name it. Like I said, I know for a fact it's true because I've seen it with my own eyes. UFOs are completely 100% real. And my first UFO experience was literally at the age of 9.
Before or after your paranormal?
This was after my paranormal.
Okay.
So this was one of the last times I went camping with my parents. After this paranormal stuff happened, the UFO stuff became a reality for me.
Wow, you were getting it all at 9.
Yeah, I was getting it all in. And what many say is you were chosen for something. And I'm like, well, what was I chosen for? Because I still don't get my quest here. I know I was given a second chance at life. And I know that I was put back here to do some good. So I think that the reason I became so passionate about my podcast is because I wanted to give people a voice to voice their stories on my page instead of going, you're crazy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
This doesn't exist.
Right.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
No. You
get me? Sleepwalkers of the world. Right?
You get me?
Yeah.
I wanted people to not feel shamed and actually tell their stories.
Yeah.
I don't want them to keep their, believe it or not, man, people that sometimes you have no idea how many people have reached out to me after the show and go, thank you so much for letting me tell my story. And it's incredible, like, how much better I feel after telling that, because a lot of people, every time I tell a story, I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I'm this, I'm that.
Right. You're just imagining it.
Yeah, exactly. You're
head,
just imagining it. It's in your head. So my first encounter with the UAP was out in Castaic Lake.
Okay.
Yeah, out in Castaic, man. The camping site that we go to is called Mi Potreros. And it's right by Fraser Park, all this stuff right there. So beautiful, beautiful spot. We like to go up there for the 4th of July. So beautiful, man.
Cool.
So, and this spot has what we call, what I like to call, and everybody there, called a mirador. So it's kind of like you go up a hill and you see Bakersfield. At night, you can see it, just all the lights, bro. But in the daytime, it's like just all like nothing. It looks like desert, right?
Oh, interesting.
So I'm like, it's beautiful. Regardless, it's beautiful, man. Like, it looks really nice from up there. So we all have this thing once we get to the camping site. We all like to go before setting up the camp, whatever, setting up our tents and stuff like that. We like to stretch our legs because it's a long drive.
Yeah.
It's literally through the grapevine. So it's like, shoot, dude, it's a really long freaking drive, especially getting to that camping spot. It's a really freaking long drive. So we like to get off, stretch our legs. So everybody as a family that day, and I do remember everybody, there was like at least 20 people this time that went. Like, we went deep this time. It was crazy. Aunts, uncles, cousins, you get me? Like, everybody was there. And we got off, we went up to the mirador, everybody was chilling. We're all looking down to the Bakersfield, down that valley over there. It's looking really nice. Clear sky, man, clear sky. The stars look, once you get out of like Cali vibe here, like once you get out of like the bubble, I like to call it the smog bubble.
Yeah.
You get me? Because you can't really see much of the sky because we're encased in a freaking smog bubble.
Yeah.
So once you get past that, you can clearly see all the freaking stars in your sky. Like, amazing.
Yeah, when you take out the light pollution of cities and you get out like in the far spaces,
my God,
it's amazing.
It's freaking beautiful, man. Like,
you can't even count how many are up in the sky.
You can breathe better, I'll tell you that. Like, it's like fresh oxygen up there, man. You get me? It's like nice. So we're up there. It's about maybe 9:30, almost 10 o'clock at night, man. It was pretty late, man. We got up there pretty late. And as soon as we're walking up there, everybody's just lining up. Everybody's having a good time. We're all laughing. And out of nowhere, man, I kid you not, and like started off like as like a shimmering, like literally like a star. And that star out of nowhere, like, I don't know, man. It was crazy because to me, it looked like something out of a cartoon where I've never seen a ship so massive. Like, I'm talking about like 2 football fields massive, man. Like, it was.
How far out, miles wise?
Oh, man, dude. I kid you not. It was like at least 100 feet up in the air. Like, I could throw a rock at this. It was right there, dude.
And it just appeared like nothing.
It materialized out of nowhere. So a lot of people think that a UFO comes in and it's like this, right? No, this thing came in at an angle and then material, and it was spinning in the middle, and then it fixed itself like this. And then once we all like literally were like mesmerized of all the colors.
So the whole family
saw it.
Everybody saw it.
The whole family saw it. Like, everybody saw it, dude. Like, everybody saw it. And all the kids, obviously, they're like, oh, what the heck? What's going on? Like, what the heck is that?
I'd be scared. Like,
yeah, I was scared. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared.
Yeah.
But all my aunts, uncles, my dad, everybody there was like, oh, OVNI in English translates, UFO.
Oh,
so,
what is it?
OVNI.
OVNI.
Yeah. So my dad, everybody there was like, yeah, it's an OVNI. It's an OVNI.
So it wasn't even their first rodeo.
No. I'm telling you, man. Like, these people have seen a lot, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what it is about a Hispanic household, man. Secrets are there all the time. They will never tell you what they've seen until they actually see it. Like, oh yeah, I saw that when I was 10 years old or 5 years old back in 1973. Like, oh, bro, get the hell out. Like, what the hell?
Right.
So we're watching this thing, right? And it's like hovering above us. And after it fixed itself, it hovered above us for like at least, I'd say 15 minutes.
Really?
It was massive, dude. This thing was beautiful.
Just hung out.
Like, It just hung out. It was, dude, the size, I can't get over the freaking size of this UFO. And at the top was a dome. The middle looked like a carousel, and it was spinning in the middle. The bottom was like, the top and bottom were still. It's just the middle spinning.
It was spinning around,
like spinning around. And it looked like it had panels, right? And those panels, inside of it was orange. On the bottom of it was all different colors: blue, purple, pink, you name it. It had every single color, man.
Now, you weren't having a dream, right?
No,
like,
we were all wide awake. No, we were all wide awake, man. We were all wide awake, man. We're all watching this. Like, we're literally all watching this, legitimately watching this. As soon as everybody starts spazzing out, like I said, maybe 15 minutes into it, finally this thing, like, as it's like this, it turns this way. Oh man, this thing bent time and space. You could see the sky bend. Like, it looked like time warp, man. I don't know. It looked like it was getting ready to, I don't know, man. I could swear to you, it was a portal.
Yeah, maybe it went to a different timeline or a different
pulled time and space, and it took off like
within half a second.
seconds.
Interesting.
Like freaking millisecond, dude. It took off.
Wow.
I'm like, what the hell?
Now, was there any activity after, like military copters?
No, we were so high up and up to that point. We were really high up there. Nobody came to investigate anything for that matter. So, like I said, during those times, you don't get a lot of people going up there where we were during the 4th of July. There's not a lot of people. This is not a really like crazy known place. So there was not, the park rangers didn't go up there to, hey, you guys saw anything weird? No men in black were like, hey, you're erasing your mind. Exactly. So there was nothing of that.
Interesting.
What was crazy to me, and I take that experience with me, is that's where a lot more stuff unfolded for me.
Okay, that was the beginning of.
That was the beginning. More things. Yeah.
So over the years, how many times would you say?
Oh man, to this day, man, to this day, bro. Like, I still have contact, not contact per se, like one-on-one contact, but I do see UFOs, not regularly, but if I pay attention enough, which is, I'm always looking up, dude. This is what I always tell people: you want to see a UFO, just look up. Just look up. And they always like to cloak themselves in clouds. And you'll always see them moving very slowly, sometimes slowly in the night. And you won't see lights, man. Sometimes you'll be like, what the heck is that? But you'll see an object moving through the sky. So that's why I always tell people, always look up. Everybody's like, oh, I don't believe it. I don't see it.
Yeah.
So that same night that we all saw that UFO, and it's literally that same night, man, followed a paranormal experience that I will never forget. And this was like vivid, man. I every time I tell this story, it gives me goosebumps, man. And literally, we were all going to bed. We all set up the tents. All the adults finished helping the kids set up their tents, whatever. Obviously, they all send the kids to bed, because adults, they like to party, so they send us all to bed probably like 11:30 at night, I think it was. At that time we had just cell phones, but the brick ones, like the old school Nokia ones.
Zach Morris ones.
Yeah, there you go, man. So I mean, it's like an OG phone, right? You don't even have cell service up there. But you could see the time, and everybody was like telling their kids, off to bed you go. Adults stayed out there drinking their tequila bottle, whatever the hell. We all had our separate tents. Adults had their tent, kids had their own. I had slept with my brother. My sister was with my mom and dad.
Okay.
Bro, that night, man, I'm like, okay, everybody went to bed. They turned off those like lamps that you light up with fire.
The little kerosene lamps?
Yeah, there you go. Right. Yeah. So that's what you have to like literally put all over the camping site, because it's so dark up there, man. It's like freaking dark up there.
But the 80s or the 90s?
This was early 90s, man. Early 90s, dude.
It was still big.
Yeah, man. So I'm like,
kerosene.
Yeah, dude. It was like early 90s. So I'm like, all right, cool. We're all finally in bed. Everything's quiet, man. Everything's like hella quiet. I stayed awake. My brother was like hella snoring, man. He was small at the time, but he was hella snoring.
I'm surprised everybody slept after that.
Dude,
after that event.
Well, I mean, these guys were drinking, so they gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're like, tequila will do it to you, man. You go to sleep real quick.
This is true.
Some
I can
grandpa's
confirm
cough,
that.
man. Yeah, I know. I can confirm that. By the way, this is not tequila. We're not drinking
I
on
might
the
need
show.
some tequila after this.
I
these
know,
stories,
right?
brother.
This is crazy. Like I said, man, every time I go on a podcast, and I get to talking really crazy, especially if you give me a beer, and I'm just like spewing more stuff. But it's crazy, man. So the night progressed, right? I couldn't sleep. I don't know what the heck, why the hell. I can't even begin to tell you why I can't even sleep, dude. I start hearing noises outside of the tent, the camping ground where we're at. I'm thinking bears, some type of wild animal. Mind you, we are in the wilderness. There's really nobody up there. It's just a couple people.
Yep.
So I'm like, damn, maybe bears? No, I keep hearing, now I'm hearing footsteps. Like literally footsteps. And I'm like, what the hell's going on out there, man? I'm like literally bugging out, dude. Now, after I hear the footsteps, now I'm hearing little kids laughing. And I'm not one kid, not two kids. I'm talking about a bunch of kids laughing. I'm trying to wake my brother up. I can't wake him up. He's out, out like a light. During this whole experience, I could not wake my brother up. My brother was nowhere near for me to wake him up. Could not wake him up. It was like someone had a trance over him. Like, I'm like, so I'm like, what the hell? I'm like spazzing out right now. I'm hearing these kids closer to my tent.
Okay.
And I hear a ball, like a dodgeball, rubber ball. Dum, dum, dum. Dude, there's no concrete out here. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? And I'm like, what the hell? So I'm in between getting up and trying to open the tent. And I'm like, should I open the tent or should I not? I don't know why I didn't just open up this, because every tent has like where you can open it, has like a screen. A little screen so no animals get through it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I didn't do that, man. I opened the freaking tent, dude, and I'm literally sticking my head out here. And mind you, dude, there's just one kerosene, like one lamp that they forgot to turn off. It's just one. And it's like literally hanging right above from where my tent was. And that's the only one because you could see it. I literally see a little person, a little kid bouncing a ball. No head. Mind you, no head. It's looking straight down that way and it's giving me its back. And it's bouncing a ball.
That's creepy, man.
I see the ball. It starts laughing. It's just one kid, right?
So you hear the voice of laughter, but no head?
No
and
head.
Bouncing a ball.
I could see the body.
Man.
I could see the body. I'm like, I couldn't tell whether it was a boy or girl because they were dressed in like a school uniform.
Really?
And I was like, okay, well, I don't know if it's a boy, girl. It just had like.
It's like old school?
Yeah, old school, man. Like
school uniform? Like
old school uniform. I don't know, man. It was weird, dude. It was okay.
And it was only one kid?
It was a white t-shirt. It had the back of it, the collar was like ruffled.
Okay.
Like kind of ruffled. And I'm like, and they had pants on. So I'm like, okay, this is a school uniform. Back then in my school, we wore uniforms and it looked similar to that.
Okay.
So I'm like, the hell, but I didn't see a head and I could see just the hand moving with the ball.
Damn.
This time now, I'm like, what the hell? I literally like let out a what the hell, thinking, okay, if I say something like that, my parents were really big on me not cussing. Oh, bro, Lord forbid you said something like hell, fuck. Oh, man, dude. So I knew that was going to trigger them to the point where they were probably going to come out the tent like, oh, we're going to get smart mouthy, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm like cussing up a storm already, right?
So you start yelling out loud.
Yeah, I started yelling out.
Expletives. Oh, yeah.
Bro, this ghost turns around and it's literally a little girl. She's holding her head. Now I could see it.
What?
She's holding her head as she's bouncing the ball and she's smiling.
And this wasn't a dream.
No, this was not a dream, dude. This was not
doubt.
This was not a freaking dream, dude. Every time I tell this story, a lot of people are like, "Nah, you're dreaming, dude." I was not freaking asleep, man. I was the only one awake, and one more person that did kind of put perspective to my story, and it was an adult. Okay. So, as I'm seeing this go down, I literally was like, oh shit, I closed the freaking thing rapidly, and now I'm shaking my brother.
Yeah.
My brother's really small. He was like maybe three years old.
Okay.
The freaking tired. I'm like fucking shaking this poor kid. I'm like, wake up, wake up. Dude, wouldn't wake up.
Still wouldn't wake up.
Still wouldn't wake up. I'm like,
wow.
As that happened, now I'm really scared. So I threw on the covers over me. And I'm like, at this point, I'm like, damn, I'm praying now, dude. Something I've never done in my life. I'm like, dude, now I'm praying.
Mm-hmm.
Threw the covers over my head, bro. And I'm like, damn, dude, this is scary. And mind you, it was already cold up there, but out of nowhere, because I was surrounded by so many entities, the degrees of cold was so cold, you could blow your air and you could see it inside the tent. That's how cold it got.
So it got really cold.
It got really, really freaking cold.
Interesting, man.
It was super cold. I was like, oh, shoot, dude, like, what the hell's going on? I take the covers off and I'm like, okay, hopefully this ordeal is done. I'm good. Maybe I'm just tripping. I didn't open the tent door again at all. I didn't open it at all. But I try to wake up my brother one more time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, man, hey, bro, Gio, wake up, man. Gio, wake up. Nothing. As I'm trying to wake him up, my whole tent starts shaking. And you could see the imprints of many kids' hands shaking the tent, and they're laughing.
Really?
So you could see the little imprints
like
of hands everywhere, dude. I'm screaming now.
Yeah.
I'm literally screaming to the top of my lungs. Nobody hears me.
What?
Nobody hears me. What the heck's going on? Literally, nobody's hearing me. The next morning, I wake up and I'm like, did anybody hear me scream? I told my mom, my dad, my uncles. No, we didn't hear you scream.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody heard me scream but one person. And that was a friend of the families that took his wife, or his now wife, currently his now wife, but his girlfriend at the time.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I did hear you scream, but I was just too scared to acknowledge what was going on. And I did hear you, like, I did hear the voices that you heard.
So I was going to say, she heard what you heard?
She heard the little kids too. And she
told you this after?
She told me this after.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And all that happened, the UFO sighting, then for like 15 minutes just hovering, and everybody saw that. And then everybody crashes out. You go to sleep, or you try to sleep, but you can't. And then you get this little headless ball girl, and then that's wild.
Yeah, dude. So
was that to this day? Do you feel like that's probably the most epic, of epic proportion sightings and everything in a day?
Yes,
wow.
That was my most vivid experience.
Dual thing, right?
Because it was a double whammy.
Yeah.
This was something I've never seen in my life, so I'm just like, okay.
So let me ask you, over the years now, having experienced this crazy event in one night, in one day, in one trip, right? And then over the years, after that experience, did it feel like did it get easier to, when you see things and you still seeing things, does it make it a little easier to kind of digest? And now to the point where you're like, I know it exists, it is what it is, and like,
yeah,
I
mean, sometimes it does catch me off guard, because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, when it comes to the paranormal, you don't know where it's coming from. Obviously, you can't see these things, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can hear them if you have a gift for it. You can hear it, but where is it coming from?
Yeah,
you get me. So, 2 weeks ago at work, I had another paranormal experience there. I'm a beacon for like paranormal stuff happening.
Yeah, it sounds like you're definitely an antenna.
Yes.
In human form that receives, and it's funny. So I had an aunt who used to come visit my house when I was a kid, and she would do tarot and stuff like that. So she would do the egg cleanse and all of that stuff. And my family, was kind of believers in that to a degree. They would ask her to read cards and stuff, and she would. And and I don't remember much of it, but I remember that she had this sight and this gift. So it's not immune to me, or not. Mm-hmm. I'm not aware of it. And I think there are people that exist in this planet that have like what you have. It's obviously, you're trying to figure out, like you said earlier, I don't know exactly what my place is with all of it. But maybe that's it. Maybe you're some type of translator for what's to come. What is? Who knows?
I don't know, man. But after that experience, like I'll tell you the quick quick 2 weeks ago what happened at work, man. I'm literally at work, man. I'm writing up an email. Mind you, for those that don't know, I work at a corporation, but right there where I'm working at, there's it consists of 4 guys. So there's one on one corner, which is I'm in the middle. There's my lead coordinator over here. I'm in the middle. There's another guy here, and then there's another dude over here. And then this guy next to me on my right works with another guy. So they use they use one computer together.
Mm-hmm.
I have my own, and so does the coordinator. So at that moment, it was just the coordinator, myself, and the one guy over here on my right. And it's just us 3 right there. And I'm typing up this email, man. And as I'm typing up this email, I paid no mind to it at first, but I started feeling something tug on the back of my shirt.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, man, cool, whatever. But I started feeling the tug get heavier. Heavier.
Because you're not paying attention. You're like, you're mindful,
attention.
but you're like, it's nothing.
So finally, this thing pulls me so hard from the back of my shirt that I literally like move back. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm looking around, I'm looking at the guy on my right. I'm like, did you just freaking pull me, dude? I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you, dude?
Yeah.
Guy turns around, he's like, I didn't freaking pull you. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
So I looked at my coordinator. I was like, did you just freaking pull me? He's like, the heck? He's like, I was busy on my computer. I was like, I didn't even touch you. What the hell's going on? I'm like, well, then who the hell pulled me?
Yeah.
And so I started telling him, I'm like, literally something just yanked the back of my shirt. Oh, get out of here, bro, man. Get out of here. I'm like, you and your freaking stories with your UFOs and your paranormal. And I'm like, dude.
And everybody thinks you're crazy.
Yeah, and everybody thinks I'm crazy. And I'm like, bro, no, man. I'm like, something was yanking the hell out of my shirt. I'm like, you guys didn't see that. Obviously, you guys didn't see it, but I'm like, I'm not going to tell you guys, hey, did you just yank my shirt for no reason? Like, I'm not gonna tell you that. They're like, no, man, you're crazy. So they dismissed it, right? And I went home and told my girl about it, and she's like, dude, that is crazy. You got yanked at work? And she's like, yeah, where she works too, it's haunted too. She's told me a couple stories. Like, she works at a candle store, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I believe the previous owner to that candle store still haunts the place.
Really?
So I guess at one time they were all like in the store, the store inside, and they see like a candle fly from one end to the other across, like it just freaking flew right in front of everybody. Everybody saw that, like out of nowhere, just lifted and
crazy.
Yeah, and she showed me the video, and I was like, dude, man, I wish I had a freaking podcast now. Now the video is gone, so I'm like, dude, I wish I had a freaking podcast where I could put this on there.
Yeah.
So that kind of became another reason as to why I became so passionate about these things, because and it's crazy because another incident happened when I first got with my girl, and this was during like times where I was meeting her family. So we had a dinner, right, at one of her aunt and uncle's house.
Mm-hmm.
And at this dinner, man, they put literally they removed all the couches and stuff like that, because they put like a buffet style type of like dinner, right? So everybody was sitting down on one whole table, a King Arthur table, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. This is cool. I'm like, it's a buffet style type of. I'm like, hell yeah, this is cool. So the night progresses and everybody shifts from talking about like their country, where they're from, and this and that, and what cultures they got,
Mm-hmm.
and it just starts shifting to like urban legends. You get me? Like the Llorona, the lady that cries, where's my children type of stuff. So everybody like has a thing where they've seen something, right? And so they start telling the stories, and I'm like, this is crazy. Her uncle is a non-believer to this day, even though he lives in an apartment where it's haunted, crazy style, man. And this is crazy because we're all talking, and as soon as everybody's done with the stories, her uncle's like, I don't believe none of that. Like, man, you guys are all just crazy, man. You guys, it's all in your head. I won't believe it till I actually see it. Kid you not, man, when he said that, there was a cup at one end of the table, and it flew literally to the other side of the table, in front of everybody.
In front of him and everybody.
In front of everybody. In front of everybody.
What did he say?
He was like, oh man, because they had like one of those like wind, one of those things on the ceiling where it has like a fan.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, the fan's probably too high, and it's freaking.
Logic. Yeah.
Bro, but the thing's filled with freaking liquid. How the hell is this shit gonna just slide across with liquid on there? I'm like, I don't think the wind is gonna freaking make it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So he refused to believe it, right? That same night, dude, we ended up staying over their house. They gave, her aunt and uncle gave us their room, their master. I had kids and stuff like that, but my kids did not sleep with me that day, thank God. I'm like, bro. That night was so freaking creepy for me too, because they had like in their room, they had a doll, man. Right, I don't know why the hell they had this doll like at the end of their right next to their bed, and this doll was like legitimately creepy, dude. And I kept telling my girl, I was like, dude, this doll is hella creepy, dude. Like what the hell,
like
dude?
Annabelle.
Like yeah, literally, dude. I was like, what the hell? She's like, well, my aunt has a thing for dolls, you know, so she collects. Like, all right, well, whatever. We couldn't sleep, so we left the light on, right? We left the light on. Finally, my girl falls asleep, and I'm the only one still awake. And the doll, it was positioned in such a way where it was looking straight, okay? I'm sleeping this way already, and this is the doll right next to me where my water is. The doll's right there. Out of nowhere, mind you, the lights are on and everything. I'm like, dude, I'm getting creepy, eerie vibes in here. I'm like, I cannot. The doll does this, turns its head and looks directly at me. I wake my girl up and she wakes up.
Yeah.
I go, wake up.
I'm glad somebody woke up finally.
Yeah, finally, dude. I was like, God, man. I was like, please not another episode where you don't wake up, man. I'm like, no. So she wakes up and she's like, what happened? I'm like, this freaking doll next to me just moved. She's like, it's okay, mind you, it's encased in a plastic bag.
So there's no way it could.
There's no way that I could move it. It was literally wrapped up with a bow, and it's in plastic.
Wow.
In plastic. I'm like, did you see? I'm like, the doll was not like that. It was looking straight. Did you see this doll? Just like, look at the head.
Yeah.
It's looking directly at us. She's like, dude, that is weird. So after that, I creeped her out, so she couldn't sleep. Right. She's like, maybe we should just turn off the lights and try to go to sleep. You know, maybe now. I was like, all right, cool. Let's turn off the lights, whatever. We turn off the freaking lights. We're laid down, dude, and out of nowhere, the top sheet of the bed, we put a sheet over, right, to cover ourselves, snatched completely off.
No way. Wow.
Oh, we both saw it.
Yeah,
She's like, what the hell's going on? We were freaking out, dude. We were freaking out crazy, man. I was like, bro, yeah, that was another crazy moment for me as well. And another UAP moment as well that I had early 90s again. This was during like the Mike Tyson era, man. And I do remember this because it's like my uncle had the black box, the little cable box.
Yeah. That you get all the pay-per-views.
Get all the pay-per-views and stuff. You know, my uncle was like, yeah, dude, the old school box, man.
Yeah.
At that time, he was the only one with the box. He was like, hey, Mike Tyson's fighting today. I forgot who the heck.
Everybody comes down. Pizzas,
everybody
beers,
comes down, dude. Yeah. So everybody's like chilling, right? We already know Mike Tyson's a one-rounder guy, dude. This guy's about to knock out somebody. And this was during his prime, dude. So it was like, dude, these fights were quick. Yeah. In and out type of stuff.
For sure.
So we're all settling in. We all get to my uncle's house. You know, we're all having a good time. Whatever. The fight finally starts. Fight ends. First round. I forgot who the heck he fought that day, but
doesn't matter. He's getting trounced.
Yeah, dude, the guy got messed up, dude. Yeah. So whatever. This time I was like probably 11 years old, man, at this time, and we're all chilling. Whatever. Night finally ends, right? Everybody's done kicking it, chilling. It's time to go home. Everybody's saying bye. Again, uncles, aunts, mom, dad, cousins. We're all outside. We're all waiting for my parents and my aunt and uncles to say bye because in a Mexican traditional household, a bye is forever. They never say bye, bro. They're still outside talking about what they're gonna do tomorrow as they're saying bye. So I'm like, what the hell?
Coming back for the pozole tomorrow.
Yeah. Like, hey, I don't know if you're down. I'm gonna warm up the food again if you want to come through. And I'm like, dude, when are we going home? So whatever. All the cousins are playing in the front while the adults are talking. From a frame, my dad and my uncle are like, what the heck is that in the sky? And it's probably not too far from us. I'd say a good 200 feet out, maybe 200, 300 feet out. It's pretty high up in the sky. It looked like two red rectangles. Two literally rectangles. Red.
And they were like same height.
They looked like straight lines. They looked like freaking like laser beams, dude. Like it was straight lines. And it started off like that, right? And my dad and my uncle were like, what the heck is that? And finally they started moving. And they started going like this. Up and down, up and down, up and down. We didn't know why. So we're like, what the heck is that? My uncle and my dad were right away. They were like, oh, it's ovnis, it's UFOs. Clearly. Okay. We're all watching this, right? And this one did last a good while. This was about good 20, 30 minutes, man. Wow. This was crazy because they started like just going like this for a good minute, just dancing, dude. It was crazy. It was really crazy. Finally, after like the first 10 minutes of them just doing this, they start shooting like these beams at each other. So the one on the left shoots the one on the right. The beam shoots, this thing goes whoop up, misses it. Yeah. Where the beam go? I don't know. This thing comes back down. The one on the right now shoots the one on the left. The one on the left goes shoop down. Misses it.
So we're playing like war games with each other. Having some fun.
It was like
that's interesting.
Yeah. So they're literally doing this for like good 15, 20 minutes more extra, right? They're just shooting freaking beams at each other. Finally, the one on the right shoots down the one on the left. And it got it because it tricked it, right? As they're shooting like this, it stopped. It completely stopped. The one on the right stopped. And this one was still going like this, right? And then the one on the left just like is at par now with the one on the right. And it's like, oh, what the hell? You're not shooting me no more. Boom, got it. It starts coming down.
Came down.
Literally, you see like this, this bubble thing encase this craft, and it starts trying to pick it up. At first, it's working, right? Because you could see it; it's still on fire and it's working.
So it exploded.
It caught it, dude. Wow. It got it. So it's trying to like save the wreckage. I guess I would say that it was trying to like, oh shoot, damn, dude, I shot you down. Didn't mean to, type of shit, you know?
Yeah.
And literally, as it engulfed it, dude, like it couldn't pick it up anymore. So it let it go, and the one on the right took off.
Wow.
And this thing was coming down.
Interesting.
I could see this happened in North Hills, man. In North Hills.
Oh, right up.
Yeah, North Hills, man. Wow. This happened in North Hills, man. And I'm like, oh, dude, this is crazy. As soon as that UAP went down, from the back of my uncle's house came a Black Hawk helicopter.
Like right, like military. Yeah, that's what I wonder away. Is how quick do these guys?
Right away. It was like it was like they were waiting for it. It was most like they were waiting for it, dude. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Interesting.
I'm like, bro, this is crazy. I'm like, you see this Black Hawk? It just came. It felt. My uncle was like, dude, was this thing like stationed behind my home? Where did it come out of? Because it was like kind of silent. The only thing you can hear was the blades, kind of, and it was like, but it wasn't making loud noise. It was kind of silent, and it took off towards the area where the one crashed.
Wow.
So I believe, the valley had a Roswell, but there's never nothing in the news. There was never nothing like in a sense like it was on a newspaper. None of that. So it was pretty crazy to see that.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
Well, we hit the hour mark, and we kind of want to bring it all together. And it sounds you've got some extraordinary stuff, man, that you've seen, witnessed, and from paranormal to UFO, and sounds like you're some type of instrument that creators looking to use you as potentially. So, what do you see yourself doing with the knowledge and the experience that you've been given and drawn to? Where do you see yourself going with all of this?
Oh man, bringing disclosure to everybody, bringing actual proof. That's what I've been working on. I've have people that actually have videos of entities, and I'm talking about extraterrestrials. I really can't put that out there right now, just due to being, I don't want to be hunted down or put my followers in a position where they get hunted down by some, but my initiation for this is bringing disclosure, and I want transparency for everyone to see. Like, I want to be the next person to say, dude, that guy, that page right there brought us some disclosure, and we saw something, and then we see something for real. Yeah. But until I get the green light to actually show everybody, then I can do it. But other than that, I have to keep it for myself.
Understood. Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, the military does the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And the government. So good stuff, man. Well, Chris, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. And I think you're extraordinary with what you're doing with it. And, as far as my take on UFOs and paranormal, I'm not wise enough to know whether it exists or not. And I just know that I like hearing, from every side and every angle. And, I know people that have seen things as well. My mom and, that Aunt I spoke about. And I personally have not seen anything. One time I saw a green flash in front of the mountains of San Gabriel Valley in my house. Turned out that was a meteor that crashed in, because the news talked about it, but I thought for sure that was a UFO crashing. But other than that, that's been my only experience. But I think you might be onto something here, man. You could be the bridge that, if something out there does visit and finally makes contact to the masses, you could be the guy that was like on the mountaintop talking about it years ago.
I hope so, man. And never think you don't have knowledge on it, man. It's just that you just got to be open-minded to it. You get me? Like, you just embrace it. You get me? Like, put the phone down one day. You get me? Like, and just stargaze a little bit.
Don't sleepwalk, right? It's like keep your eyes open. There's sleepwalkers, there's NPCs, there's all kinds of people out there, man. And
definitely,
it's just but yeah, I highly recommend. What was that documentary again? The Age of
Disclosure.
The Age of Disclosure. I highly recommend you guys check out that documentary. It's very intriguing, and this is military retired officials and even people still in
actively
in government and military talking about this type of stuff. So definitely puts some sportscasters and other people are having the director on right now and hosting him, because it's changed their mindset or their view of what potentially is, but I appreciate you coming in, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, Peter. Man, this was so much fun, man. I appreciate it.
It's a lot of fun, man.
And this was just the cream of the. This was just a little.
I know we only hit the tip of the iceberg.
We only hit the tip of the iceberg, man. If you hear all the other stories, like, you're gonna be like, dang, this guy is wow, man.
Shout out your podcast again, so everybody knows.
Of course, everybody. If you guys want to find me and follow me on my page, it's alien_OG_podcast. Go ahead and give it a follow, and also give the Extraordinary You podcast a follow, man. It really dope, really dope.
I appreciate you, man. Yeah, we're calling this one the Extraordinary UFO podcast today. So.
That's a good one. I like that.
Appreciate you, Chris, and as always, thank you, man.
Yeah.
And we'll have you on again down the road, man.
Let's do it, bro.
You're a guest anytime. So
appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And thank you to the viewers. Shout out to Jeff and Spider Circle Studios for everything they do, and amazing. If you have a podcast idea, you want to do something, I'm kind of pitching you guys right now. Hey, come out and check this guy out. He'll set up your studio, and he does an amazing job. You can see the professional quality that I am privileged to have because of Jeff and what he does. So, but until next time, guys, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you the next time.